Hi, this is Andrew. This is my project sprinkler system. I designed this microcontroller to control a additional zone that I have, a watering zone that I've added in my yard. It's going to be separate from my current setup. So I'm able, I have a screen here. To be able to see the time and set the time for it to go off. This is a way to keep track of time. This is a little module that you can buy, and it will keep track of time that even when it's unplugged. And for our testing purposes, when this red light turns on, it's showing that the water is on. So I can manually turn on and off the water with this button right here. To set the time, we'll set it, you see it's in military time. I'm going to set it to 15:56, so a minute from right now. Go an hour. And I'll just scroll that up, 15:56. Oh, I'm going to have to go all the way through. 15:56. Okay, just in time. So that'll turn on, 15:56. Now the water's on. And I can turn it off right here manually. I wanted a way to set the duration of the how long the water's on, but that actually was a problem. So I found a delay method, but when you use that, it basically stops your program in its place, so nothing's going to update. I wouldn't be able to turn it off manually. I wouldn't be able to see the updated time. I wouldn't be able to even do anything. It freezes it until that time has passed, and then it resumes. So that didn't work for me. I found another method called Mealy's, and I was trying to get that to work, but I couldn't. So I ended up just setting the, basically just setting it to turn off every 15 minutes. So every 0 minutes, 15, 30, 45, it will automatically just shut off. So you would want to set it a minute after that if you want it for the full, the longest time frame that it can be. For the demo purposes, I set the time to turn off at every 10 minutes. So I'm going to just make this alarm go off 16:09. To demonstrate it turning off automatically. 16:09. Okay, so it's on. And then we wait. I also wanted to set multiple times up, but I was only to be able to set up the one. In the future, I'll be implementing different times and even different days of the week to have it turn on and off. Sorry, this is taking a little bit. Alright, that's off. Just a quick little thing. I'm just going to reset it. Cool little screen that pops up. But yeah, so that's this side of things. Now I will talk about my code. So there was a few libraries that I had to include for the real-time clock and the screen, the Adafruit screen. These are just some variables. Basically I did a lot of counters, so I started a lot at 0. This is getting the screen set up. This is activating the pins that I use for the buttons. So basically I broke everything down into pages. So I have about 5 pages. So page 0, this is the time page, the main page, shows the time. This is page 1, this is the second screen, and it's highlighting the hour. That's when we first press that button to go to another screen. And it had the arrow at the hour. That's this one. And then page 2, it's the same screen, but the minute was highlighted. Page 3, that's when you're at the change hour, and you can increment that up. Page 4 is the change minute, increment that up. Page 5 is checking the time, so when you are at the main screen, looking at the time, and how I press that button to check the set time, that's that. And so basically the rest of these are a lot of if statements, basically counting. So every time a button is pressed, there's a counter to it, and each button has different counters. So depending on what sequence of buttons are pressed, that's going to take you to the different pages. So like right here, left click equals 0, right click equals 0, middle click equals 0, taking you back to the display page. So that's the time page. Then left click 1, right R click 0, middle click 0, taking you to time water on page 1. So it's basically the same thing. So right here, left click 1, middle click 2, page 1. So I just had to figure out all these things. What helped me out doing that was actually doing a serial monitor to keep track of all my clicks, because it got very confusing. So I did leave that in the code. If I scroll down here, this is still left in the code just because I use it for troubleshooting. But yeah, basically the rest of this is the same thing, just the clicks. Also right here, there's an if statement. If it's 20, when we're going up on the hours, if it reaches 24, then it resets to 0. So I did that with the minutes too. If it reaches 60, it resets to 1. Right here is the if statement to turn it on when the now.hour is set to the hour, which is I have named as counter, and the now.minute is set to countermin, and left click 0, and on off equals 0. I had to add this on off right here to be able to turn it off at that exact time, because if the water turns on from the set time, if I go to turn it off, it kept on turning back on because it kept on reading the now.hour. It equaled the counter, so it just kept on turning it back on. So this on-off thing I had to implement. Basically, this would turn on, it would turn on-off to 1, and then once that minute would change, it would turn it to 1, so I couldn't run this again. And then after the minute had changed, it would reset it back to 0. So if I had another alarm, or if I wanted to set another alarm, I could do it. And also if I wanted to turn it off while it was during that time, I could do it as well. These are just some methods that I created. A refresh. So this was just going from one page to another. I had to do this refresh. Basically, it was clearing it out so I could load the next page, all the next stuff. Same with here, the header. This is where you see in the line at the top with the header. And then I just called one for water on, and that's turning the water on, and water off, turning the water off. So that is the gist of my code. I did, also to get the time set up, after you download the library and install the RTC module, you actually have to run this. So this comes with the library, but it will set the time to the current time. So you load this, so you open it up, and you just run the program, and it will automatically set up the RTC module at the current time. And then you can just run the rest of your code after that. So I got help with that. I got help with connecting it all. I had to look it all up. I didn't have a person helping me, but all this information I found online. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, that's my project. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone.